always messed around with cars on the street, you know, build little hot rods and all kind of stuff. And when I first moved to Hueytown, I had a little car that had a really souped up motor in it, and I just tuned it up and went right downtown Hueytown trying to see how fast it run, see if I had it tuned up properly. And I passed the local police officer sideways with all 4 tires smoking, and he decided to chase me. And I could outrun him, but I'd finally run out of fuel. Back in those years, I didn't have a full tank of gas all the time, and he caught me and carried me to jail. And so I didn't have but one call, and I didn't want to call Susan. I certainly wasn't going to call her and tell her where I was at, so I called Bobby and told him what the situation was. And Bobby and a good friend of ours, Tom Gore, came to jail, and I was sitting back here, and I was in this cell, and there was 7 or 8 people in there, and I knew every one of them was a convicted murderer, you know. And I didn't like the feeling of being in there. Bobby came back there. I'd been there about 2 hours. And he came walking. I heard him unlock this door, and they'd come through, and they'd unlock another door, and I was hoping it was them. And sure enough, it was Bobby. And when he got there, he said, "Look, I've done everything I can possibly do, but I can't get you out. You're going to stay. I'll come back and get you tomorrow." And he turned around, started back out, and I heard all the doors closing. And then I heard him start laughing, which they had worked the deal to get me out of there, but he certainly got my attention before he did. But that's the only time I've ever been in jail, and I'm certainly going to try not to do it again, because it's a bad feeling.